Sandbag, first thing we want to do is we want to work on our pickups. So for the pickups, there's different ways to orient the sandbag. This is a strongman style sandbag. It doesn't have any handles on it. This is the sandbag I would recommend that you get. You can also make your own sandbags out of duffels, which are perfectly good as well. Just make sure people don't get used to grabbing the handles, because the benefit of the sandbag comes from manipulating it without any handles getting underneath. So I'm going to line myself up here. Center of the sandbag is going to go through the knots of my shoelaces, something like this. I like to orient my sandbags so they're quite long. This one isn't big enough to really matter. This is roughly about 100 pounds, about 45 kilos right here. This is probably a good weight for most healthy men. And then the next size down is 70 pounds from most places. That's going to be a good weight for strong women. And then after that, you could probably go down to the 50 pounds or 22 kilos, which is about as light as I would go for a sandbag. And for your smaller women, that would be an appropriate weight. So from here, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come down. I'm not going to try to pick it up just yet, so I haven't set my back yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it back and forth, and every single time I roll it back and forth, my hands get closer together. Okay, so my hands are in a good position now. Now from here, I'm going to pull myself tight. So my bum is down low, my chest is up high, and I'm going to go ahead and stand and pick up the sandbag, like so. I'll go ahead and do it from the side so you can see me from another angle, like this. Now, when you do sandbag pickups, okay, the rules aren't exactly the same as they might be for a traditional squat or deadlift. Because the weight is so far underneath you, so well stacked, it means that your back is going to be a very, very short lever, as opposed to trying to pick up a barbell or something which is far away from you. This is going to be much closer. The movement is going to be a bit like a squat, a bit like a deadlift. It's a pickup. It's somewhere in between if you think back to when we talk about the squat hinge continuum. So you might get a little bit of rounding in your lumbar spine in this one, but generally that's going to be okay, because it's so close to you, and you're not going to be doing super high reps of these. You're not being absorbing energy into that position. So it's not like you're taking weight and bouncing out of the bottom of your squat with a lot of butt wink. This should be a nice smooth movement when you do your pickups. So from the side, it's going to look like this. Same thing. I haven't set my back yet. I'm just trying to find a good grip position. So right now, if you look at the relationship between my hips and my shoulders, my hips are quite high relative to my shoulders. But when I pull myself tight, my hips are going to come down low, my chest is going to come up high, I'm going to find my tension, and I go ahead and stand up. I've got this one ready to lap now. So when I lap, I come down here and I find this position. From the front, it looks like this. It's okay if my knees go valgus. Just for a second, because again, I'm not bouncing in and out of this position. But if my knees come in a little bit to make a platform, that's okay. So pick it up, bring down here. Okay, this is my lapping position. Now what we're going for today, we're going for what's called a bear hug grip, or a bear hug. So I'm not going to clasp my hands today. I'm not going to interlace my fingers. I'm just going to stand up like this. You see that my knuckles are closed, and I'm just going to walk like this. The goal